look, I love Javen. I love Andy. But what were your thoughts on their chosen strategy for their 6'9" heavyweight against, well, Oleksandr Usyk?
Like the thing is, I don't know if their chosen strategy is necessarily the one that the fighter actually carries out. Sometimes a fighter might go off
Yeah.
track. He might do his own thing. So I don't know if that was necessarily their plan or his plan. And sometimes, I mean, to his credit, I mean, sometimes fighters have to adjust on the fly. They see something or feel something that we may not see, and he did what he thought he had to do. I thought in the beginning he was kind of moving away. He looked a little defensive, and I think he needed to establish himself a little bit more earlier on in the fight. He didn't really do that, but I don't know what the actual game plan was.
Yeah, you know what? That's a very astute observation because, yeah, sometimes the fighter will kind of like playing jazz, will just kind of improv
Right.
from what his opponent shows him. That's very astute of you. Um, it seemed to be working because after 7 rounds, I had it scored 5-2 in favor of Fury. And then that changed in one fell swoop in the 9th.
Right.
Ooh, he hurt him bad. Like honestly, we've all seen him floored doing his Undertaker routine, coming up from a ostensive knockout, but I've never seen him hurt this badly in any fight.
Right.
Um, and then the wheels quickly fell off, and I don't think he fully recovered for the remainder of the fight, and obviously that was the big difference. But yeah, so you think he should have actually started the fight imposing his will a little bit more, leaning on him, working behind the jab, moving forward? You think that would have been more effective against Oleksandr Usyk?
Right. I mean, he's a much bigger man, and I thought there was a time in the middle of the fight when I thought the tide was heavily in Tyson's favor and that
Yep.
Usyk was actually going to get stopped. I thought
Mm-hmm.
Usyk was right on the doorstep of getting stopped. And sometimes strategy and thought process, and sometimes it just has to go out the window. Sometimes you just have to let your hands go. You just have to punch and go for it, right? And like Sugar Ray Leonard, when he got you hurt, there was no real strategy at that moment. Like Ray let his hands go until you were debilitated, and when he sensed that you were weakening, almost like an injured animal, like a deer. And I thought Tyson had Usyk in that position, but he let it slip, and then Usyk came back and dramatically and hurt him really bad, and I thought it was almost a miracle that Tyson got through that round.